live from the GHS Sports Radio studios in the GHS Sports Network. This is The Rant. We're coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, presented as always by Guapaholic, I'll get it out in a minute, Entertainment and Anchor Collision Center on Warner Robins. Call Rick 478-922-9090. You can reach the show, as always, on Facebook.com/James Lassiter, Facebook.com/The Rant. Hit us up on Twitter, @RadioGuy15, @Mr. Payton, @GHS Sports Radio. You can also email the show, ghssportsradio@gmail.com. It is good to be here tonight on a Thursday night. We got a ton to get into. So, I want to start here because Laker fans absolutely are starting to make me sick. Now, anybody who knows me, they know I love me some lists. I love some lists. And I don't know why, from whenever I was a kid, I remember not paying attention in math class and I was just writing out lists. Didn't matter what the list was, I just wrote a list for whatever. I would just rank something from 25 to 1. I don't know why I chose 25, probably because the NCAA college football rankings were 1 to 25, and I've always been into college football. So I'm guessing that may have had a little something to do with why I chose 25, but I did. And so I like to categorize things, I like to list things, and, you know, I've listed anything from, you know, greatest of all time in each sport to, you know, fans. It just doesn't matter. I just wanted to write a list. And there's always been a fan base that I've always had in a category of their own because they just made me sick that much. And that's the freaking Dallas Cowboy fans. They may absolutely make me sick. Listen to them, 3-13. Oh, we're going to come back next year and win the Super Bowl. You haven't been to the NFC Championship in forever. You haven't been, you know, how many consecutive years have the Dallas Cowboys been in the playoffs, right? So it doesn't matter. They just absolutely make me sick. They disgust me. They irritate me. They fill in a synonym. Well, now I got another fan base that's getting really close to being added into that list. And that's the freaking LA Laker fans. And it's not even about, oh, we're gonna make it to the NBA Finals next year. No, you're not, first of all. Second of all, this is why you piss me off. And I'm not so much talking about to the fan who was casually at home last night watching LeBron break Michael's all-time points list. Not even talking about them. I've already gotten some pushback today whenever I was talking about the Laker fans and how they make me sick. And one of them was a good friend of mine. So he gave me some pushback. And I love it whenever somebody gives me some pushback. But it's the Laker fans that a week ago were chanting at the end of the game while LeBron shooting free throw, "We want Kobe. We want Kobe." And then last night, those same fans are at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, and they're celebrating LeBron like he's been our guy from day one. You absolutely make me sick. You irritate me to death. How are you going to chant, "We want Kobe" a week ago, and come back a week later, talk about, he's been our guy, I was there, go LeBron. And then they're on Twitter and Facebook, everybody who's got a social media account, think their opinion matters, talking about, oh, well, Jordan's still the GOAT. Okay, you want to call him the GOAT? Cool. LeBron James is the best basketball player I've ever seen. And I was around. I was around for both. And LeBron James can do it all. But the Laker fans absolutely irritate me to death. And they're inching in now. They're getting closer to where I want to put them in the exact same category as a Dallas freaking Cowboy. And they're awful ass fans. Absolutely disgust me. A week ago, you're chanting, we want Kobe. And last night, you talked about, yeah, he's been our guy from day one. Absolutely aggravate the hell out of me. So let me segue into this because I touched on it for a second. And LeBron he surpassed the greatest, most achieved basketball player in the history of the NBA last night. He passed Michael Jordan for points. Regular season points. And I'm going to get to the dumbass in a minute who put on Instagram, why do we only count regular season points? I'm going to get to you. But LeBron achieved something that absolutely solidifies him as one of the greatest to ever do it. If you can tell me LeBron's not the greatest to do it, you can tell me Michael's the greatest to do it, you can tell me LeBron's the greatest to do it, you can tell me Michael's not the greatest to do it. I don't care which way you look at it. I don't care. At the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion, and there's nothing I can say to change your mind. There's absolutely nothing I can say that will change your mind. Oh, well, now that you put it that way, yeah, LeBron is the greatest ever. No, that's living in fantasy land. It's not going to happen. But what I can give you is numbers. LeBron has now passed Michael, and by the time it's over with, his career is done. He could end up with the most points. He could end up top 10 in assists. And the list goes on. But that's still not enough for you. So, all you want to do is count rings. Which, I get it. LeBron has come up small multiple times in the finals. But, at the same time, LeBron James has also had to face San Antonio in their prime with Ginobili, Duncan, Pau Gasol. Who else was on that roster? Danny Green, whenever he went crazy shooting threes. I mean, didn't they allow 70 points? It was like 70 points in the first half of a game because Danny Green just went off. He also had to face Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook in the finals. He also had to face Dirk. He also had to face Golden State 4 times. Golden State 4 times. And could have easily went 2-2. But could have easily went 0-3, 0-4. Whenever you look at it, if Kyrie doesn't go down in game 1, if Love doesn't get hurt in that first series with Kelly Olynyk, I think is how you pronounce his name. I mean, he took him 6 games in 2015 with himself and Matthew Dellavedova. Then they came back and erased a 3-1 lead or a 3-1 deficit to Golden State. So I can make the argument, and yes, you can also make the argument, yeah, well, if Draymond didn't get hurt, or if Draymond didn't get suspended, well, that's his own fault. He shouldn't be kicking everybody in the nuts. But yes, you can make that argument. You can make that argument that if Kyrie didn't go down and Kevin Love didn't get hurt, you can make the argument both ways. But I could also say, since Draymond's suspension was self-inflicted, that they easily could have went 2-2 against Golden State. They went 2-2 before Durant, or 2-0 before Durant, 0-2 after Durant. But he's faced competition that Jordan never had to see. And you can also make the argument, oh, well, the league's softer now. Yeah, it is. It is softer, and there's a lot of reasons why. It ain't just because, as a society, and as basketball players and football players, that we've gotten soft. It ain't that. There's a whole lot more to it. Quit being so damn simple-minded. Think outside the box. There's a lot more reasons why the NFL doesn't want you landing on a quarterback. Because at the end of the day, the league ratings are better when you have starting quarterbacks in the game. Nobody wants to watch, give me a backup off the top of your head. Nobody's tuning in to watch Colt McCoy. Nobody's tuning in to watch, name one, Matt Flynn, Zach Mettenberger. I know he's out of the league. Nobody's tuning in for that. They're tuning in for Tom Brady. They're tuning in for Russell Westbrook. They're tuning in for Andrew Luck. They're tuning in for, name one, Phillip Rivers. So there's a whole lot more reasons why the game's gotten soft. Because the NFL does not want their star players going out. I mean, let's be real for a minute. Stop being simple-minded. Start thinking for yourself. Stop relying on ESPN and Fox and all these Bleacher Report and all these sports media outlets to do your thinking for you. Figure it out on your own. Think outside the box. But what LeBron did last night was absolutely impressive. But all you're going to do is trash him. But whenever he left Cleveland, how many wins do they have this year? I don't know. I don't even think it's 20. And when he left them the first time, they went from 60-plus wins to, 19? When Michael left, they went from 57 wins to 55. If that doesn't tell you how valuable a player is and how important a player is and how much that player affects and impacts the game, that team, series, I don't know what to tell you anymore. But this is not a LeBron versus Michael debate. Not on my end. I'm done with that debate. Because like I said, I'm not going to change your mind. But I was around for Michael. And I've been around for LeBron. And LeBron's the best one I've ever seen do it. He can play every single position. And think about this. I don't care if it took him 7 games. I don't care if it took him 700 more games. And I don't care if it took him 7,000 more games. The fact that he passed MJ in scoring should say something. But you're just going to look for any reason in the world to trash this man. Any reason in the world. So y'all go ahead, sitting down in your mama's basement, picking your boogers, watching WWE, or playing video games, and tune into ESPN and all these other media outlets to tell you, so instead of thinking on your own. I'm done with the debate. Different eras, different positions. Michael was a shooting guard. Shooting guard. Let me say this one more time for the idiots out there that aren't picking up on what I'm saying. Michael Jordan was a shooting guard. His job was to shoot the ball. LeBron was a facilitator. Again, for the idiots who don't know what I'm talking about, he facilitated. He looked for the open man. He makes the right basketball decision 99% of the time. I'm not going to say 100 because he's made some bad plays. 99% of the time, he makes the best basketball decision. He's never cheated the game. He does it the right way. What more do you want from him? He is one of the most criticized athletes that I can think of. And all ESPN's going to do, all Fox is going to do, all these other media outlets, they're just going to debate LeBron versus Michael. I'm done with that debate. I'm done. Let me rephrase that. I'm done with the who's the GOAT debate. I'm done with that. I will compare and contrast LeBron and Michael all day because that's what y'all want to hear. Y'all want to hear the debate, but I'm not doing the Michael debate. I'll dig way deeper than that. Now that I got that out, let me talk about the moron that went on Instagram and put up a post and he asked a simple question. Or it wasn't even a question. It was, he made a observation. And it was by far the dumbest observation I may have ever heard. And I'm going to paraphrase. He said, I don't understand why the NBA only counts regular season points and stats. Huh? They only count, and this is what he did. I'm going to try to paint a picture because y'all can't see the picture. And maybe some of y'all have. He's got a picture of where the regular season stats are. Points. He focused on points. And then he crossed it out, and with a red pen on a computer, you know, the whatever the damn computers are that you can write with a pen on them. So he crossed those out, and he put in the numbers edited. And that added in playoff points. Now, hold on a second. Your observation was that the NBA only counts regular season statistics. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because they have a separate list for the playoff points. Maybe. Oh, definitely. Are you kidding me? Everybody with a social media account, you would be surprised how many people on this planet make themselves look so stupid when they post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and whatever else there is. They make themselves look like straight uneducated idiots. And it absolutely drives me crazy. And I can't help it. I know you're not supposed to ridicule people. And I know you're not supposed to criticize people. But I can't help it. Whenever you say something so stupid, I have to rip you. I have to. I can't help it. I can't help myself. I can't. And I absolutely, it's like, mind blown. To sit back here, I don't comment a whole lot on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram. I rarely use Snapchat. I use them a lot to promote my show. And I'll post again. I use Facebook more than anything. But I'll throw my YouTube link up. I'll throw different conversations up. Like for example, I threw something up yesterday that I actually think is a good debate, and I think next time I come on, maybe I should talk about this. I feel that Duke, if they make, all they got to do is make and I'm not going to go in depth on this because I'm going to save it for whenever I come back on. But Duke lost Zion a couple of weeks ago, and he hasn't come back yet. And I don't think he's going to come back. It would kind of be dumb for him to come back on their last game, North Carolina, because it's going to be an away game. It'd kind of be dumb for him to come back. If you're going to bring him back, you're going to bring him back at home. But All Duke has to do is make a little bit of noise in the conference championship game, or in the conference championship tournament, and chances are they're going to be a 1 seed. And there's some numbers out there that absolutely blew my mind, and I'll touch on those next time we come on, because Duke with Zion, Duke without Zion, two completely different teams. It's not even the same team. It's not even close. So, anyways, but all these morons, they get on Instagram and all these things. Stop. You're making yourself look stupid. You really, really, really are. I mean, I had to go after somebody. He's out of New York, and he posted a video about how Kobe is greater than LeBron, and because Kobe won championships by himself. Do what? Oh, well, LeBron had to join Bosh and Wade. What? Do your homework. Before you come out on social media, just do your homework. It takes 5 minutes. I don't ever come on this show without doing prep. Ever. And I know it's an opinionated show. I get all that. And you don't have to, it's an opinion. It's your opinion. Alright, I had a camera issue. I wasn't sure what was going on. I understand that's an opinionated show, right? You don't have to write down your opinions. All I do, I run all my stuff off of PowerPoint. Everything runs off PowerPoint, so I can sit here and look at my notes, and I have to constantly keep looking at my computer. It's an opinionated show. But at least I do a little bit of homework. At least I do prep. I want to get my stats right. I don't want to come out here and look like a damn buffoon. I don't want to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. I do my homework. But for you to come out here and tell the world that Kobe won all these championships by himself, are you high? Let me just ask you that. Are you high? Because even after Shaq left, he still had Pau Gasol. He still had Ron Artest. He still had players that bailed him out. Let's not act like he won championships by himself. And he got real mad whenever I called him out. And I told him, he went 6 of 24 or something like that. I don't have the stat in front of me. He went like 6 of 24. He was not very good in that Game 7 of the finals against Boston, and Ron Artest bailed him out. So stop telling me he wins them by himself. Stop telling me that LeBron joined Wade and Bosh. There was so much more to that. So much more to that. Just look it up. Take 5 seconds and look it up. There's so much more than, oh, well, he just joined this team, and he just joined that team. It's like, you are aware that people were put in places because that was the way it was supposed to be. He didn't just join this team. He didn't just join. I mean, Kevin Love wasn't in Cleveland whenever he went back. He made that happen. Just do your homework. And stop coming on social media and proving to the world that you're a dumbass. Drives me crazy. Anyways, we'll be back. I'm going to hit on that Zion thing. If I don't hit it tomorrow, I'll probably do it on Friday. Well, tomorrow is Friday. I'll probably do it Saturday. I want to hit on that Zion thing, especially as the conference championships rack up. We got some things going on in college basketball now. I mean, LSU has an outside shot at being a 1 seed. Outside shot. I mean, if they won their conference championship, I know they beat Florida. And some things would have to fall their way for them to get the 1 seed. It would be very, very, very. I'm talking about it's an outside shot. I'm talking about like your way in the backyard outside shot. But they're probably gonna end up a 2 or 3 seed. Have an opportunity to beat co-conference champions, or even outright. If things fall their way, and then if they go out and win the conference, I mean, I'm telling you, when was the last time we heard that? They're doing this without Ben Simmons. How about him apples? So, but we have been in the Rant on GHS Sports Radio and GHS Sports Network. I will be back on Saturday to hit some college basketball. I might talk some Antonio Brown. Because Antonio Brown's, he's just wired differently. And I don't mean that in a good way. So, anyways, check us out. Check us out on YouTube. Again, we are on Facebook.com/TheRant, Facebook.com/James Lassiter, Twitter, @GHS Sports Radio, @Mr. Payton, @RadioGuy15. Email the show, ghssportsradio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Y'all be safe, be easy. This is a Rant.